or so.
Come and get me. Come and get me.
Has it been sorted?
I thought I was just waiting around already.
Here's the camera. Look, you're not the horse in the camera. Yeah.
Any reaction to the threats on your life?
Stand back, guys. Off the road. Off the road. Let the men pass.
Has it been sorted?
I thought I was just waiting around already.
Here's the camera. Look, you're not the horse in the camera. Yeah.
Explosive press conference here in Torrance, California, here with Conor McGregor. And Conor, a lot of people have sat in that seat that Nate Diaz sat in today. How do you think he handled it? You've said that people have shrank when they've been put in that McGregor bubble. How did Diaz respond to it?
The same, and he kept, I felt he shrank as well. He maybe put it up a little bit better than many, but I still feel he shrank. He kept looking to Nick. I was almost talking to Nick more than I was talking to Nate, so. But whatever, this is nothing. The fight is March 5th, 10 days. I'm looking forward to it.
And he made a pretty strong accusation towards you.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Not even sure how serious we should take it, how serious he meant it.
Yeah, no, I don't think he did either. I mean, it's serious. It's absolutely ridiculous. The most tested fighter in 2015.
That's it. I hold no regrets. If I'd done it again, what I would do differently is I'd have pressure fighters coming at me. Okay. In the camp, we had fighters in the Philly shell, similar to the style that he always fights, or fighters against the ropes, but never fighters. Well, we did have fighters coming forward, like with that style, the way he eventually went, but that was only in the early rounds. Early rounds, I'm eating guys alive there. It's when I get tired, that's when I need to bring in that fresh body who's going to sit on my chest and let shots fly. And if I'd done that alone would have made that the easiest fight of my life. Because make no mistake, Carl, up until like round 5, that was the easiest fight in my life. I could see everything he was throwing. I was cracking him easily. It was only when I started fading and he started leaning on me and started coming forward in that Mexican style that I started to fade. And that's it, so. That's what I would do differently. I'd have people come pressure me when I'm tired instead of early. So.
Well, you're always pushing the boundaries with the training and the techniques that you're using. You're at the UFC High Performance Center. We saw you sort of running underwater on treadmills, doing all this crazy stuff. Is there anything from this training camp that you can take into your UFC training camps now, sort of new skills that you learn?
I built an incredible engine. Make no mistake about that. Although 30 minutes is, I went 25 minutes, I got into the best shape of my life. So I'm just going to keep going with it. And then also know that, like in this camp, it was like round 1 to 8 was the fight. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 was my friends, more people I'm comfortable with, just to get to the 12th round. Because I had to get to the 12th round in sparring comfortably and safely. And if I'd done it too early, I could have picked up an injury, lost out on the fight, lost out on the whole event, and hampered everything. So that was the goal. This time, I'd probably switch it around. I'd have round 1 to 8 heavy, real competitive, and then I just have a heavier opponent on me, putting the pressure for the last 4 rounds, and I just have to survive in there. And I honestly, truly feel if I'd have done that, I would have been laughing in that fight. But look, you live and learn. That's what we say. You don't lose. You either win or you learn.
Yeah, and that saying has taken you well through your career so far. We have some water, please.
Nah, vodka and orange. Look that. I'm squeezed into this suit. I got this suit fitted about a couple of months ago, and I'm squeezing into it now.
Is this one of the McGregor Augusto?
Yeah, this
suits?
is an August McGregor line. It looks like the tartan for the Scots. You know what I mean? I was thinking about that. That's why I rock this one.
Look, you may have bought a suit. Mayweather's put an 8-foot glass picture of you in his new 19 million home in Beverly Hills. Are you going to reciprocate?
I don't know. It's some house. It's some house. What I noticed from it, fair play to him. It's some Porsche. It's a $26 million Beverly Hills mansion. But I'm thinking, that house purchase, the tax bill off this fight, the tax bill off the previous bill, and then
away from UFC 189. Jose Aldo is your opponent for that. And I was fascinated by your move in the news conference. I know you guys are always trying to get into the head of your opponent. Back in March, for the news conference to promote the fight, you actually snatched his belt. You hope to do that on July 11th, but you took
Well, I
his belt.
snatched my belt.
Well,
it
that's
was simply
your belt.
taking what was mine. He was on my home turf, and he tried to lay claim that he was the king of my city, but you do not lay claim to being the king of my city while the king of the city is around. So the king of the city rose up and snatched what was his, which was the gold belt, and raised it before my crowd, my passionate crowd. It was.
So you took it back.
Exactly, I took it back and raised it for my people. It was a beautiful moment. In that it was a teaser almost for what July 11 will be, where I raise it for real in beautiful Las Vegas City in front of my home crowd.
Why are you so confident that you will do that?
I don't know. I'm in a business where you must be confident. If you have any doubts, they will come back and play against you. So I am supremely confident, and as well I feel I'm confident in my work ethic, my approach to the game, my non-stop effort to get better as a martial artist. I don't feel that nobody else in the game is doing what I'm doing or is moving the way I am moving.
Where's that come from, Conor?
It just comes from years and years of practice on the mat, you know. I have had many fights inside the octagon, outside the octagon, in rings, on mats. I am an experienced veteran in the fight game, and through that and through a belief in my team and my ability, I have just gained a bulletproof confidence that cannot be stopped.
Are you big on predictions? Do you usually make predictions before fights? And if so, how will it end on the 11th?
I always make accurate predictions. I've predicted many contests. I've predicted my entire career. And, you know, I predict the future. So for me, I have already predicted this contest. I predict 4 minutes of the first round, he will be KO'd.
First round? Wow.
Yes, I feel that the power matched with the precision, he will not be able to take it. So 4 minutes. First round, he will be.
The place is right here, Straight Blast Gym. I'm here every damn day. Another place where, I mean, Temple Bar is the obvious one. It's a tourist attraction for many people come over.
What's your favorite bar in there?
I don't know. I tell you, if you were to go to a bar, I'd probably go to the Guinness factory. You know, to learn about that. That's the Guinness Brewery is in Dublin City Centre, so that's a good place to go and visit. Me personally, I like Grafton Street. I like around the whole area. It's a really nice. Yeah.
Full police copper outfit. Pulled me in, I was like, I'm gonna get a ticket, or I'm gonna get brought to court or something, fine. He comes up to the window and looks at me. Have you got a driver's license? I says, yeah. Showed him the driver's license. He looked at the driver's license, looked at me and said, do you mind if I jump in the passenger seat for a selfie? All right then. Jumps in the passenger, takes a selfie.
Thanks very much. See you later. Off I went at 200 mile per hour. Like Batman.